Hi you guys, so today I am going to share with you the, in my opinion, most comfortable designer shoes and designer shoe brands. After telling you about my favorite and, in my opinion, most comfortable designer shoes and shoe brands, I thought, well, I also have to tell you about the designer shoe brands that in my opinion are very uncomfortable. And unless you don't mind them being uncomfortable, I wouldn't recommend buying them. And also, I have to say, I do love these brands still. Like most of them I really like, and sometimes it's just the shoe that is uncomfortable. And one of those brands I have, like one shoe in here is very uncomfortable, but I have another shoe from this brand which is very comfortable. So I would say the recommendation that not the recommendation for those shoes are very specific for the shoes, and it cannot be generalized for the whole brand. So without further doing, I'm going to talk about the first and probably the most obvious uncomfortable designer shoe, and I can actually say shoe brand because I own 5 pairs of them, and I have to say none of them are comfortable. And they are not just not comfortable, they are very uncomfortable, like to a point that you just want to rip them off at the end of the night. Like they really hurt. Like if I wear those shoes all night long, and I still do sometimes because they look beautiful, then my toes, they're like red and they're numb. Like they're like that, and they stay like that for a little while, and it hurts just touching the floor. Like it hurts just. Don't want to put this picture in your head, but that's how uncomfortable I find them. And well, you see that I'm a real lover of beautiful shoes because I still wear them and I still buy them, and yeah. Well, I think you guessed it. The brand that I'm talking about is Louboutin. Those are, for example, the Pigalle and in the nude color. And I also have some other ones, some higher one with a platform, because I thought, well, maybe if they have a little platform they will be more comfortable, but they still are very uncomfortable. And I also have some boots which only have like a 100mm or 85mm heel, and they still are not that comfortable. Like they're not just not comfortable, but also like I also feel like the heel doesn't feel that stable, even though it's not like a very thin heel. So yeah, I think like Louboutins for me are shoes that I wear when I know that I go to a restaurant by car. I just have to walk from the car to the restaurant. Not if the car and the restaurant have a long distance between them, like just if you can park in front of the restaurant, and then I go back. And even then sometimes they're uncomfortable because even just sitting and not putting any pressure on them, they're still not that comfortable. So yeah, not my favorite shoes. Then the next shoe that I'm going to talk about is from a brand which is, well, I can say it's my favorite brand, like for handbags, for everything, and it's Chanel. And I'm talking about the slingbacks. I mean they're not Louboutin uncomfortable, but they are not that comfortable in my opinion, because first of all, I tried yeah, it's a 39 and I'm usually a 38 and a half, 39, and I tried it and I took the 39 because I don't like if the shoe is open at the back. I don't like it when your feet just comes at the back. Like I like if there is a little bit of space, because I think it doesn't look that pretty if it's a bit too tight or just right. And why I think this shoe is uncomfortable, I mean it's a very small heel, so it shouldn't be uncomfortable, but this heel is very, very heavy. So at the end of the day, I mean I wear high heels most days, and at the end of the day, like my legs in front of here, how do you say that, the shin spin? Schienbein in German. It hurts a lot because it clacks, and this heel is very heavy. And I don't know if it will get better over time because I haven't worn them a ton. And I have to say that I think if I wear them more, I'd probably get used to wearing this shoe. And yeah, because it's a very beautiful shoe and I really like it. And unlike the Louboutins, they don't hurt when you sit. They just hurt if you walk a lot. Like, a bit of walking is no problem, but if you walk a lot, they can get uncomfortable. Also, be cautious. I wouldn't recommend sizing up because for me, like this little strap, it falls down sometimes and then I just have to pull it up again, and that's just also not very comfortable. But having said that about Chanel, I also have some Chanel flats, and they are probably one of my most comfortable shoes. I haven't shown them in my video because I show you most of my high heel, like more of the high heeled brands, but they're very comfortable flats and I can wear them all day long, all night long. Like, they're always comfortable. They also don't slip down, nothing. So I can't say that Chanel in general is an uncomfortable shoe brand. And also, like, here, the shoe feels comfortable, it's just the heel is a bit heavy. So I will stop rambling on about those shoes and hope that they will get more comfortable over time, and I will keep you posted if I find them more comfortable over time. Then the next shoe brand, I can't generalize it for the brand because it's the only shoe that I own from this brand, and those are those Givenchy pumps in this gorgeous leopard. Like, those shoes really look great. Like, if you just wear a simple outfit and paired with those shoes, they really do look great, but they are not that comfortable. Like, I can wear them for a while, but walking all day in those, it's not that comfortable. And it's really not about the heel height, because I have a lot of heels that I wear all the time and that are the same heel height. I think, yeah, it's 12 centimeters that are the same heel height, and I have no problem with them. But I think those are a bit narrow here, like in the front. So I guess that Givenchy shoes probably are made for more narrow feet. Maybe my feet is a bit too wide. I don't know. I don't usually have this problem, but with the Givenchys I do have this problem that they just feel tight here. Just after wearing it for a while, not after wearing it for an hour or so. And then next, it's also the shoe, and it's not the shoe brand. They are those Charlotte and Olympia mules, and I mean, they are stunning, and they also have kind of a sentimental meaning for me because they were my 100th pair of shoes that I bought, and yeah, that was my 100th pair, and I think they are beautiful. They are this gorgeous denim color. And the only downside, and why I think it's a bit uncomfortable, is that you don't get a lot of hold in those shoes. Like, your foot is just, the shoe and your foot, they are just held together by this little part here. And I think they probably should have done that a bit wider apart so that more of your foot is attached to the shoe, so you can, like, sometimes feels like you fall out of the shoe when you wear it a lot and you trip more than you would with other shoes. So I think that's why I don't find them that comfortable, because it's not the shoe itself. The heel is not uncomfortable, like, it's a bit squishy. It's not that, it's just like that I always feel like I'm tripping more and I feel like I'm falling out of this shoe, which is a shame because I love them. And then we are all ready for fifth and last shoe that I think is just not comfortable. And again, it was my first purchase from this brand, and I haven't done another purchase because I don't find this shoe comfortable. And I'm worried that the other shoes are the same, because I think it's because of the style of the heel. And well, I'm talking about Giuseppe Zanotti shoes, and those are the boots that I have. And I always wanted them, and then I just never got them, and then I found them like 2 years later in New York, and I think Bloomingdale's, and I was over the moon when I got them. But sadly, they're just, I think like you see that, I think they are 14 millimeters high, no millimeters, 14 centimeters, and they are quite high, and the heel is very, very thin. And also, if you look at that, the heel goes in a little bit, so when you wear it, sometimes you have the feeling that the heel breaks, because it's not straight down, it's just, it goes in a bit, and it's so thin, so you have to feel, yeah, it feels like the heel might break off, which is not the most comfortable feeling. So that's why I don't wear those shoes that often, and if I wear them, again, just when I don't have to walk a lot, because I don't want the heel breaking while walking through the city. And yeah, that's just not my perfect evening or perfect day that I imagine. So yeah, those are my 5 most uncomfortable shoe brands. Like I said, sometimes it's just really the shoe and not the brand itself. And if you're thinking about buying those shoes, I hope that this video might have helped you. And if you have more questions about the shoes, just leave them in the comment down below, and also comment what do you think are the most comfortable shoes, or also if you think one of those shoes is really comfortable. I'm very curious to hear about it, because maybe it's just me with some of them. And yes, I wish you a nice day, and bye.